My name is Joey. I'm a crafter, 3D printer, and a collector of model trains, and I'm going to show you how I build a variety of different things. Today I'm going to use Sketchup to show you how to make a 3D printed file that is in multicolors. I'm going to open up the Sketchup application, and they have multiple different templates. They have a template for 3D printing in millimeters, and they also have one for inches. I like the one in inches, but it's not for my print bed, so I increased the scale and made my own. I only use that for my bigger models. My favorite template to work with is the simple inches and feet. Once it loads, I am going to take the orbital tool and rotate it around so I can see my build surface, and then I'm going to take the eraser and erase the build-in guy. To start this, you want to go to File and then Import, and select the image you want to use. I'm using my logo. And then you want to make sure that you have all supported image types selected. Once the image loads in, I like to place it on the center point. It's going to make you select the size by sliding your cursor. And in the bottom corner, it shows you the size of the image. But the easier way to do this is to type in the number you want it to be. But you want to make sure that you have the correct measuring symbol. I didn't realize that it didn't crop my picture right, so I had to manually increase the image. And now I'm going to trace every line and object in this model. I made my animation and logo in Max Keynote, and I used a shutter to get the spool look that I was going for. I didn't like how the shutter was coming out, so I redrew it to look more like my logo. I was unhappy with how the shape was coming out and how ununiform the spool was looking. So I copied the curved shape and then rotated it until I got the shape that I was looking for. Then once I have the base shape, I will copy the whole thing over and over again to make a full circle. It wouldn't let the rectangle for the print bed be solid, so I copied it, pasted it, filled in those lines, erased the other lines, and copied it and pasted it back in, and then removed the lines that were there. Next, I wanted to add the words layer by layer. There is a tool that I use, the 3D text tool, and I typed in the words layer and made sure I had the correct font and in bold. I had to do it one by one to get the exact look that I was going for. The height of the layers don't matter right now because I will fix that later. When I designed my logo, I used a snowflake as a fan cover, so to make it easier on myself, I decided to use the Sketchup warehouse to download a snowflake file to use as the fan cover. Once I found the one I was looking for, I scaled it down to the size of the circle to fit it in. And again, the height doesn't matter, I will adjust that later. Now I took the color grab tool and copied all the colors of each shape that I want to be at a different height. To get a multicolored print with a single hot end extruder, I used the push-pull tool to bring each color to a different layer. Orange at a 1/16 of an inch, yellow at an 1/8 of an inch, red at 5/16 of an inch, black at 3/16 of an inch. Then I wanted the spool design to be 7/32. And then I extruded the spool holder, printhead cover, and the rectangle underneath the LCD screen. Next I extruded the LCD screen at 11/32 and then gray again at 3/8 of an inch. I then used the scale tool to scale the letters to 1/16 of an inch. I then deleted the image and turned the model over to make sure that all the surfaces were solid. I then used one of the best free plugins that SketchUp has to offer, called Make Solid. It makes sure that the model you're making is solid, so when you go to print it, it will be an actual 3D printable file. But for some reason when I did this, it removed the YER and the Y in layer by layer. I don't know why. I undid everything until I got it back and then redid it, making sure to not remove the YER and the Y. Now that we're all done, we're going to save the model as an STL file. This is my second favorite plugin. To use it, you're going to go to File, then Export to XTL and save it as an STL file. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for part 2, how to slice this model in Cura and with multicolors. And please like and subscribe.